Hi, I'm Vicki Wagner, and welcome to Lesbian Knows Best. Today my guest is Apryl DeLancey, and she's actually from Los Angeles, California, and our topic is girls who know about sports. So Apryl, you have actually been into sports your entire life, haven't you?
I have.
And is there kind of like a stigma of girls who play, did you play sports, or how did it start?
I think my dad wanted a boy. I'm the oldest, and so he was very much into baseball and football, so I know how to throw a baseball, catch a baseball, throw a football. I'm like Jerry Rice, I can catch
Is that
anything.
something that most people don't know how to do?
Well, I see, when somebody throws you a ball, do you like cringe? Most girls do. I don't. I catch it.
Oh, okay. Is there like a certain throw pattern you're supposed to do? Aren't you supposed to like line your fingers up with the stitches?
I'm not that technical.
Oh, okay. But you're kind of technical because you have a degree in biochemistry, right?
I do.
So you have this big biochemical degree. Am I saying it right? Biochemical?
Right. Biomedical science, biochemistry, yeah.
But you still love sports.
I do.
Okay, can you tell me like what kind of sports you like?
Well, really everything. Anything that's high school, curling, whatever. It doesn't matter. When I was a little girl, I got to play with the boys' football team in the fifth grade.
You did?
I did. My parents never told me that boys could play sports and girls had to play with Barbies. So
how was it that you got on the boys' football team? I mean, that's interesting.
I did. I was in a 5th and 6th combination class, and I was always very tall. So I was only like one boy taller than myself, so I got to play receiver. It was great.
But I mean, did you get tackled? I mean, what is it? I mean, the receiver,
think they were
that's
afraid.
That's a person that just runs and receives the ball,
right,
correct?
but we had flags, because we're only in the 5th grade.
Right.
So I think they were afraid. They weren't really sure because I was tall. I was like taller than almost anyone in the class.
Taller than the boys because girls grow taller than boys, right?
I was very, very skinny. So I don't think they knew what to make of me. So I think they were afraid, and then a couple of them were kind of angry.
They were angry.
They were.
Was it like we don't want a girl on our team?
Yes. Yes.
I mean, was it the parents too, or just the kids?
I don't really remember the parents, honestly. I do remember some of the boys. Not my 2 friends were fine with it, but the other boys were always kind of rude about it, and told me to go play with Barbie. And
the boys on your team?
Yes.
So the actual members on your team actually rejected you?
Right. A couple of them did.
Okay, and so what about the opposing team? I mean, what did they do when all of a sudden
they didn't know what to think. They're like, aren't you supposed to be with the cheerleaders?
So it was a definite stereotype stigma at that young of an age.
Yeah.
I mean, how old are you in 5th grade? Is that like 12 years old or something?
Right. And I mean, I'm in a big liberal place, Los Angeles, so it's not like I was in the country or anything.
Yeah, so I mean, you get on the team, and did that only last one season?
Well, yeah, because that was at the time where they kind of changed the public schooling here in LA, and funding got cut and stuff. So it was one of the last years they had kind of sports in public schools at the grade school level.
Wow, that is really interesting to me because I have never actually met a girl who's actually been on a football team. So good for you, number one. But is that how you started your love of sports?
Well, yeah, I probably started before that. That's just when I was big enough and had the chance to get on it. I mean, since I can remember, one of the most comforting things to me is hearing Vin Scully's voice.
Really?
Yeah.
Now, so did that lead? Now, you are a sports writer, aren't you?
Yeah, I do. I write for a couple of sites, NFLFootballOnline.com and PeopleJam.com.
Okay, so you followed football, and you ended up being like this big fan of football?
Right, I'm a major football fan, but I love baseball equally. I love my LA Dodgers, and I love the Lakers, and I'll follow the Clippers, and just about anything, hockey.
Really?
Like I said, yeah.
So you actually just do your sports column? Do you go to the games, or do you watch them on TV? How do you do the writing?
Well, I almost never have anything on TV that's not sports. I mean, I even watch golf, and so
I love golf. I'm a golfer. I play golf.
Oh, we'll have to play. But I follow everything, and I do go to games throughout the year. Like this year, I got to go to one football game. I went to the 49ers game when I went over to San Francisco for Christmas.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it was great.
Now, guys, how do guys come across when they think, oh, you're a girl, you know about sports? They take you seriously?
No, not at all. One of my husband's best friend was, in fact, a high school football coach, and he's always like, I know more about football and forgotten more than you'll ever know.
And you're like, let's make a bet on that, right?
Right. I don't claim to be Jim Rome or anything, but I mean, I definitely know more than the average bear.
Yeah, so I mean, do guys get offended by you or intimidated?
They do.
What is the reaction you get from a guy?
I get a lot of smart-ass comments.
They probably think you're gay, right?
They do. I get a lot of...
I want to say I don't know anything about sports and I'm gay. I mean, I play golf, but that's about it. But
well, there's
football, forget it.
I've met a lot of straight men that know nothing about sports. So, it's not a gender thing. I think it's a what you like thing. So, yeah, but I do get, especially when I say I love to play sports and I know how to play football, they're like, oh, you're gay, right? Actually, I'm married to a man.
Yeah, so, and your actual husband is, just briefly, briefly, because we're running out of time here, but you actually married a guy who is actually a minor league baseball player, right?
Right. He was a pitcher, and he had a small stint with the Yankees and the Cubs.
Cool. I'm from Chicago. Go Cubbies. And so did you guys meet at a football game, or how'd you meet?
We did. We met at a football game. I got separated from my friends. I had a few adult beverages, and I just kind of walked up to him and said, hey, can you help me? I don't know where I am.
And then you started telling him your football knowledge, and he was hooked ever since?
I guess. We just kind of, stayed together after that.
Well, and viewers, if you want to know, Apryl does write. I don't know, do you have like a certain website they can go to? Or?
Right, peoplejam.com. Any of the sports stories are me, and same with NFL Football Online. You'll see me right on the front page, and also taking stuff apart. We're doing a little more sports.
Well, I want to thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you.
What I want the viewers to know is, just because you're a girl, don't just automatically stereotype that a girl doesn't know anything about sports, because here we got a lady who grew up with sports, she played sports, and now she's a sports writer, which I think is fantastic. I think it's great. And don't stereotype that just because you think somebody knows about sports because they're gay, because I'm speaking for like probably half the gay ladies out there. I don't know anything about sports. If you guys have any questions or comments and you want to write into the show or get in touch with Apryl, please write into us at www.lesbianknowsbest.com. And if you want to get in touch with Apryl, you can go to the People
Jam, or they can, get me directly at sportswriterchick@gmail.com.
Well, there you go. You heard it from her. Apryl, thank you very much for being on the show.
Thank you.
Viewers, if you have anything to say, we'll hear from you, and we'll see you next time. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.